Module 3. This is going to be an awesome module because now it's time to really turn some of these subscribers that are coming into your ecosystem into friends, into raving fans, and of course into customers. And we're going to do that by creating massive value for them. We're going to do that by building incredible amount of goodwill with them, and we're going to do that by making offers to them. Now, why are those three things important? If you remember, our income is directly proportional to three things. It's the amount of value we provide to the marketplace. It's directly proportional to the amount of goodwill that we build up with our subscribers and with our marketplace. And of course, it's directly proportional to the amount of offers that we present to our marketplace. So you might be thinking, oh my gosh, I have to make all these offers. What if I only have one or two products? That's okay for now. I'm going to show you how to, particularly in this beginning part of this module, I'm going to show you how to make an offer multiple times for the exact same product while simultaneously delivering massive value and creating major goodwill with your marketplace. It is a campaign called a goodwill campaign, and I'm going to walk you through this module in two stages. First off, I'm going to show you how to create the goodwill campaign, and the second phase of this module is going to be the behavioral dynamic response. Actually, goodwill campaign is also behavioral dynamic response, but you might say, well, what about the people who don't respond to the goodwill campaign, or what about the people who don't buy initially? Well, thanks to behavioral dynamic response, we can engineer different actions for different reactions of your customers and your prospects. So let me walk you through kind of the big picture overview of how all of this can work, and then as we begin this module, I'll walk you through how to create the goodwill campaign, and then we'll take it to some more advanced stuff from there. So let's go to the computer. Now, what you see on my screen here is kind of cool. This is actually my iPad, and what I've done is I went and got, for all you tech guys and gals out there, all you fellow nerds, I went and bought myself a $13 application called Reflector app, and it is allowing my iPad screen to be displayed on my main computer monitor, which of course allows me to record it in good old-fashioned screen flow. So I'm using my finger here to draw this on the screen. It's beautiful, I know, but if you're interested in making these types of videos, it's very, very simple. Those are the two apps I use. So if you got an extra $13 hanging around, you can use Reflector app to broadcast your iPad to your computer monitor there and thus record it with ease. So anyway, let's look at what's happened. All right, so someone opted in right here. We emailed them your one-time offer, right? This is from last module, while simultaneously adding them to your AR, your autoresponder sequence. Sorry for my ugly handwriting there. And we sent them to a download page. Now here, they had an opportunity to give us money, and we also had an opportunity to shine here because we educated them and we engaged them and we positioned this as a tutorial, and we genuinely helped them with this one-time offer. We also had an opportunity to create goodwill and deliver value here because this is the thing that they requested, right? This is the thing on our download page. So why not keep the momentum? I think that logic dictates that most people who opt in are not going to buy here, right? Like, if we did get most people to buy, we would have an unbelievable 51% or better conversion rate on our sales process here, and we would be inducted immediately into the Direct Response Hall of Fame, because that would just be ridiculous, especially if these people don't know us yet. So we know that these guys, most of them simply aren't going to buy right here. The reason we have this right here is because, hey, you never know. Some of them might, and we might as well seize the opportunity to liquidate or otherwise recoup our ad costs, right? So let's see here. Let me clear this page. So what do we do with the folks who don't buy? Well, when they've come in, we've just sent them the thing to download, right? And what we want to do now is we want to build value, we want to build goodwill, we also want to make an offer. So the thing that we can do, and this is the goodwill campaign, is we can send them an email the next day. We can even, if we want to, you can track to see if the guy clicks to get this, we can immediately send them this video. You can do that. That's behavioral dynamics. I'll show you about that in a minute. But on our next email correspondence, whether it's the next day or same day, we want to send him something and say, hey man, I just made this video for you. It shows you how to do X, Y, Z, and you can go watch it here. Now that little dot there by the V is the number 1, and that's video number 1. And what we can do, thanks to behavioral dynamics, is we can say, okay, everyone who clicks to go and watch video number 1, we can automatically now put them in an email sequence where we can say the next day or even immediately after they finish this video, we can say, hey, I'm so glad you liked that video. Here's video number 2. and we can do that ad infinitum, which is a fancy way for saying as much as we want, kind of, right? Now, I wouldn't recommend going more than, say, 4 or 5 videos. It just gets to be overkill. But here's the cool thing about these videos. I'll show you how to structure them. We'll get into more granular detail of the videos in a minute. But the cool thing about these videos is that every video allows you to basically make an offer for your main thing. So, what are we doing here? Let's say we sent 3 videos. We are adding value, we're creating goodwill, and we're making an offer every single time that we do it, right? So that's how a goodwill campaign works, the fundamental basics of a goodwill campaign. Now the next video, the next several videos, I'm going to show you exactly how to build it, I'm going to show you how to script it, I'm going to show you how to write the email, so we're going to get all that done. But let me kind of give you an even greater picture overview. So let me erase this guy. All right, here we go. So let's say we've got your whole list, right? And we sent them an email about video number 1, and this group of people here went to watch it. And then we waited the next day and we said, you know, I just want to make sure you saw this. I made this great video for you. You can watch it here. And then, you know, we got the same amount of response here. So we have this little percentage of our pie chart here is going to watch it. Now they've gone to watch video number 1, right? Now, all of these guys are now in this automated sequence where they see video 2, video 3, etc. And all of these videos, of course, are leading up to a sale. But what about these dudes, right? Well, these guys, we can go on, and this is kind of big picture. I'll show you how to do this later, but I just want to show you the overall picture. We can now, the very next day, send another email to everyone but the ones who didn't click. So all the ones who did not click can get a new email. And we can now say, and that's a smaller pie, right? We can say, hey, you know, I just wrote this article for you about XYZ, and you can go read it here. And once they click it, now they're in the follow-up on that topic, right? So they get content 2, 3, etc. And then the next day, we can send the remaining guys another video about a different topic, right? And that can be about B. And we can go down here, and now they're in their own little track. And every time this leads to a sale. Now what's cool is you can be doing this about multiple offers. So if we were to use something that we're all familiar with, which is internet marketing, and let's say you're in the business of teaching marketing skills, you can have a traffic product, you can have a conversion product, you can have an email marketing product, you can have a video sales letter product, you know, so on and so on. You can have a social media product, etc. And you can build little campaigns around each and every one of these products and cross promote them and everything, and have everything running for you on autopilot, so that your entire job now becomes to simply put people into this funnel, right, with your lead magnets. And then the engine of this funnel is this huge system that we're going to build, starting with goodwill campaign number 1, campaign number 2, cross promotion campaign, etc. And then all of these, of course, lead to ascension. So it's really, really cool the way all of this stuff can work. And I'm going to teach it to you in a way that's not going to be overwhelming. What I'd like you to do is, instead of trying to figure this whole thing out and kind of build a blueprint in your mind for exactly how to do all of this at one time, why don't we eat this elephant, metaphorically speaking, one bite at a time, right? So if we do that, you can have the entire machine built before you know it, and it won't seem like we did a lot of work. Sound good? Cool. Okay, again, if you're interested in making little drawing style videos like this, this is an app called Reflector app. I'm using Bamboo Paper, which is another app for the iPad. It allows your iPad to broadcast right over to your monitor, which you can record in ScreenFlow. Pretty cool. I think it's pretty handy. If you don't want to be on camera, it's really great too, you know, because you can still draw and help people out and engage folks. Okay, so that's the end of this overview section of this module. Why don't we go out and get started on part 1 of the module, where we're going to begin building your very first goodwill campaign. You ready to rumble? Let's do it. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.